Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Card Show. Thank you for everyone who commented on the last one. I don't know if I'm going soft all day today. I don't know how you feel about that. It was, I thought it was just to talk about. I thought it was in good spirits. It wasn't too harsh. I said I think I could have been a bit harsh when it was a bit raw, but I managed to let I don't know, let my emotions settle a bit more, I suppose. But yes, I appreciate everyone knew what I was getting at. I thought you guys would. I always think you were the smarter percentage of the hobby and maybe of the community in general. But yeah, I'm glad it was all received. Thanks everyone for the messages. Hope everyone is well. Bit of a weird one this week 'cause obviously, I'll say obviously, they've just had the London Card Show. So obviously there's been a lot of content around the card show, a lot of great things being said and being shown. Do you know what? For those that are watching, I'm gonna try and change this mid. I just realised it's not sticking as well as it my virtual background. Let's switch to that one. Oh, even that's not great, is it? But it'll do. Right, back to the house. Um, yeah, as much as there's been some good stuff, there's also been some horrendous stuff, which was the theft. I believe it was Chef Before Trading, the Collector's House, and Pokey Wilts. I think I don't know if it's a joint venture. I don't know if it's both cars. But if you check out Chef Before Trading's account and look out for any cards that he will post up, I think he's put a video up there, a story maybe of some of the cards that was taken, some of the boxes. I think it's saying something like 12 to 14 grams worth of stuff. Yeah, it looks like the insurance company won't pay out because of no break into the cars, no CCTV, so no line to the police, etc. So obviously very bad for someone who's quite prominent in the hobby as well. So yeah, not a good side. They've happened in like Milton Keynes, little service station way. So yeah, please do head over there, have a look at the cards that were stolen, and keep an eye out for them. We don't want this sort of thing happening. We want people to not go to card shows because they might get robbed going down there, coming back home, or at the event. So yeah, not great, not great. An interesting sort of hit as well. Like, did they know that they spotted these people at the show and followed them, or was it just a case of wrong place, wrong time? They just sort of got in the cloned key and took what they wanted. What was ever there and got lucky, I suppose, in their respects. But yeah, other than that, I've heard nothing but great things about London. I am going to check out with a few people properly, hear a good rundown. I was not there. I do think I will get some more shows this year compared to last year. I'm still trying to work out a few things, how I sort of buy, sell cars, which might mean me changing my shipper from the US. Because, like I said before, for me, it's getting raw, usually in America, for cost and for products. Obviously, single cars, I don't buy boxes. Goes to my US address, then comes to me. I will then go over, make sure it's good enough to send off to grading, then have to send it off to grading, and then usually I would get it sent back to me, depending on the grade. And yeah, then it'll be up for listing. And then obviously with the PSA Vault, it's been a lot easier just to leave it there if it's been a good grade and sell it straight away to eBay, which has been a massive help. So that's took a few steps out, but I'm trying to streamline that a little bit more. I know some US shipping, I think, ship my cards, and now it was called Gorilla Ships, but now called G Ship. I think they do something similar as well, where you can get cards over America sent to you like their data and submit them. So I just need to go through that, whether this is some sort of cleaning process, or there's a charge, and work out what's best. Because yeah, if it can streamline the business, it'll help a lot. Costs and well, of getting it shipped everywhere, because that way I don't have to get stuff shipped to UK as much either. It can be straight, US to US to PSA, and sold via the vault on eBay, which would be nice, which would be a lot easier for me. Yeah, back to London Cardiff for a second now. They announced on the Friday before the May show. Is that right? May show? Yeah, May show. That they are going to be opening up on a Friday. So you've never done before. I think if you listened to this pod before, you would have heard me say I think it would have been a good idea similar to US, so like a dealer sort of day where it can get the Friday evening. I like the fact as well that they've done it from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., which is definitely trying to include the dealers. I think that's probably the majority of people. I usually go down on a Friday to London. Um, so again, I'm assuming in your weekend ticket or something, or if you're a vendor, etc., your ticket will allow you into that. But yeah, I always thought it's good for dealers because you're usually there night early. A lot of them get to set up, stands, etc., and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's May. So that'll be open on the May the 9th, I believe. That'll be a Friday. And then you have the 10th and 11th for the normal weekend. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's going to be the downstairs. So it's like the original first ep at Esher, whatever it's called, Sandown Racecourse. So it'll be interesting in time whether the next one they do upstairs and have a few more. Cause I think it's 100 tables, we're saying, which is, I'm presuming they spoke to vendors. Would you look to come on a Friday? Would you be hoping to sit up and have people go around, etc.? And a lot of them said they would. Like I said, 2 o'clock till 10 o'clock, which is crazy. Makes the weekend even longer. I do want to go to that one in May. I do have one other commitment. I think it's kind of crazy. I think it's what is happening. I think I've booked it again. I always book my hotels. I think I booked it without realizing of the stuff that the wife has booked in. But I'm pretty sure we're in Liverpool this Saturday night. So it'd be interesting. Interesting what we do. Maybe. We can hope. Heck, we can hope. So yeah, if I sort that out, I should be down there. It'd be kind of cool doing a 3-day, a full 3-day log. So they always did a 3-day, but usually I'd get there. So you get there around 2 as well. You get around like 2 o'clock-ish, and I'll just flaunt around London for a little bit, get some food, drinks, relax, go to my hotel, and then usually head down up to the Bear pub, meet a few people, drinks, and chill out, or the Holiday Inn for a bit of a trade sort of event. But I think this now I don't want to say eradicates the trade sort of thing and the social side thing, because he puts you in the hall, puts you in somewhere. I think it'd be a lot better in the November one to do it again because of the weather as well. Now you can be inside somewhere. What would be interesting, the pizza van's there as well. If it's 2 till 10, you can just stay there 2 till 10, get your food, relax around like-minded people, make some deals. Perfect. But we shall see. Bless me. Bless me. Yeah. Bless me. Oh, 3. I felt like the second was a bit fake, but whatever. I needed it. So yeah, it's big news. It obviously shows where we're at the hobby as well at the moment and how well we're doing. I apologise for sneezing. They deafened you, by the way, as well. Oh, God, 8 minutes in and it just deafened you all. What else I want to talk about? I want to talk about PSA as well. This is a very interesting one. So PSA have changed their centering. I think that's the only thing that's changed part of the grading scale that I'm aware of. Like properly, that it really matters, if that makes sense. Because what's going to happen now is you see a lot of less cards, I believe, get 10s, because they were quite lenient. I'm sure you've all seen numerous cards that you look at and go, how's that got a 10? And look at the centering. And PSA's old thing was, if it's 60-40, we allow it. And you sort of look and go, well, it's a bit more than 60, I don't know, pal. So now they're being a lot more stricter. I think it is down to like 55, 45, something crazy that I saw. So obviously it just leaves a lot less leeway. It's a weird one, because I don't know, we've talked about it before. If is this going to be a case of a lot less 10s getting through, which is then going to sort of raise the price? Do then people keep resubmitting, hoping to get a 10? Then people then go, let's just put it in a BGS, and if they bring it back a 9.5, it's just as good. Or if it comes back even a 10 from Becker, or if it goes to SGC and comes back a 9.5 or a 10, or CGC, or do you keep it local and just count your losses that way? The money you save on grading and time wise, get it graded at a local company, whether it be Ace, MGC, get graded. Do you think I won't lose as much because they could give it a 10 compared to what a PSA 9 would be? Because we've seen a lot of PSA 9s very similar to Raw at the moment. it's something I've definitely added on to my collection. Like I buy the card, not the grade. Trying to buy. It has changed a little bit last 6 months, I think. I'll sort of talk about that in a few minutes. But yeah, definitely got to a stage where I definitely buying the card more than the grade. 100%. I even traded somewhere. I've had to add on like PS. I think I've got a PS8 in there that I added onto a trade. I'll just add that on, sort of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see if this does tip the scales a little bit out of their favor because of that coveted PSA 10. Because let's face it, we all know that the card suppliers can't get these cards perfect. Was it the 2021 NFL Prism where T-Law's Prism was just ridiculous in a 10 because it was such a rare card to get. I think even his base one was so hard to get in a 10 that the price was quite high. Obviously, nowhere near, no one gets that height again. I can't see, but yeah, the coveted getting a 10 it was so big that it caused a massive price hike. But it's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts in the next year because I think it'll take some time for a lot of the products to come out. A lot of people start flooding the market with 9s, and then we'll see if it brings the value of 9s up. Does it bring it down? Does it bring PSA down in general because less people are just sticking tired of 9s? I know, but yeah, it could backfire. It could, but we shall see. We shall see. I mean, if there's your thing as well, if you've got a PSA 10 that's now 60/40 that you bought, it's kind of like, oh god, this isn't a true 10, is it really? Do you feel a bit aggrieved, a bit robbed? It's hard to keep changing, saying something this is a gem mint card when all of a sudden it's not a gem mint card no more. You sort of devalue your own word a little, aren't you? So, and your value. So, yeah, a bit of a strange one. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's very, very, very unusual, I think, to do sort of like, what other businesses would do this? In what other industries? Like, can you imagine Nike saying, "Oh, our QC is going to change a little bit. We allow your the inside of the shoe to be a 60/40 off center. We're going to narrow it down to 55/45, and if you've got narrow feet and it fits in, it's all right. Who doesn't? Well, it's not the best. But again, we've had discussion with sort of digital / AI sort of grading over the human, right? We can constantly make mistakes as humans and give cards 10s that shouldn't be 10s and give cards 9s that shouldn't be 9s, as opposed to a computer / AI program that will go over cards like a laser scan, tell you about each indentation, each crease, each thumbprint, etc. I definitely would prefer that more personally. Especially if imagine get a card back and it comes back at 9 and it says because there was a thumbprint, rear left corner, and then it shows you on the scan. So you go, okay, perfect. Literally, I'd get it, crack it open, microfiber, clean it, and send it back. Because I'm like, well, that should be a 10. And then they send it back, and there's no, because there shouldn't be anything different now. I've took the thumbprint off or fingerprint off. They should get a 10, and then I hope the report comes back that it's a sparkling clean card and it's a 10. You buy perfect. Whereas if it tells you, oh, there's a little indentation that you might have missed because it was like maybe in the writing on the back, you didn't see it. You go, oh, no way, I didn't see it. You look at the scan picture and you go, oh, there it is, perfect, no worries, I understand what is this now, and that's it. And then if you do, just want pristine cards, which some people do, that's fine. At least unless you crack it, obviously, at least you're sort of held accountable, right? If you lift it up as the picture of it and it's got the code, or if it's a QR code or it's the sort of number that the person search, they know that they can search. Oh, I'm interested in this card. See it on for sale. I'll just have a quick search of it, see why it got a 9. Oh, it's got a little indentation on the back of it, on the right, and that's not an issue. I don't mind taking that card at this price for for that little indentation. It's not an issue to me because I buy the card. Obviously, you can get people that will just crack it and put the whole like gem mint question mark to the moon and up taking all that nonsense and invest now. They're just a bit of scum, but you get them in a hobby, unfortunately. But you at least, if it wasn't cracked, you still have that sort of accountability and that option as a as a buyer and a seller. It keeps everyone accountable. But again, more of a utopian world than the world we live in, unfortunately, and we do give in to the PSA gods. Um, yeah, the PSA gods, because PSA does command a bit of a premium. Again, not always. There is other companies out there that you can sometimes see crazy sort of prices. What I've noticed this last year as well, especially through eBay, that sometimes you can get some crazy outliers of an SGC, or I think I've seen one or two CGC do it, and obviously Beckett, where sometimes it's just about timing. If the timing is right and you got a card ending at the right time, especially around NFL, around that sort of time, everyone's hyped about them and their prices because they want them. And there's no PSAs 10s or 9 but Beckett 9.5 is. If you want people bid on it, and it goes that much higher. So I feel like I get a cold now just because I sneeze. That can be an outlier for random price hikes in other grading companies, but usually your PSA 10s are your big sellers. Back to the collection, I was going to talk about. Only because I'm going to talk about collection because we'll talk about what happened early hours this morning. One of the worst Super Bowls I've seen. I know everyone's going to talk about the Eagles. I don't think they're that great. I think the defense was good, very good. But I think the Chiefs O-line sort of crumbled. So their offense was poor. I think the defense wasn't the defense it's been all season. Eagles weren't like a team that you watch and go, oh, they could do the a three-peat now. They could go on back-to-back. I'm going to say it here now. I think the Chiefs are going to have a struggle for years. Happened to Brady with its 7 years out reaching the Super Bowl. I think that could be the Chiefs. But yeah, we shall. A quick little break there, mid flow. But yeah, it was one of those Super Bowls. I think that's what I was up to. But I completely forgot, not lie, where I was up to. So before the reason I got to NFL anyway was obviously forget the nonsense last night. Yeah, that's what I was talking about for sure. The Eagles, yeah, they're not the team. I'm going to flag plant here. Is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. I remembered now. And a flag plant here. I think the next, Pearl Patch up the Chiefs. I think Brady didn't get on for I remember I was up to now. Brady didn't get to a Super Bowl for 7 years and stuff like that. I think Bills will be a team next year. Bills and Bengals are going to be a team next year from the AFC. I think next 5 years, I think Mahomes will be lucky to get to another Super Bowl. I'm going to say it. A flag plant. Looking how they were, it reminded me of 2020 against the Bucks. You sort of look and you just saw your star quarterback scrambling around. You think, O-line. Yes, Joe Tooney's out of position and he's getting older. Trey Smith is a free agent now, I believe, and it's talks about him going. But it just looked a little bit disjointed, a little bit overpowered. Obviously, we know offensively the calls just weren't right. I think Matt Nagy's got to go. I've never liked Matt Nagy anyway. But yeah, there needs to be a few changes. O-line coaching and offensive coordinators and stuff like this. There's got to be a few changes made. I think this could be a process for them for another 3 years. I just think Bills, Bengals. I think hopeful that Lamar gets one. So that's my fly pump. Next 5 years, they might get to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think next year, say Worthy's going to be a year in after a great rookie year. Rashee Rice should come back sometime next year. Obviously he should have a suspension, so he could miss the first 9 games, whatever the season. It'll be interesting to bring it on back. Juju, D-Hop, etc. I doubt it. It'll be interesting what Kelsey's like. Samaje Perine, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. Yeah, it's going to be. They've got some good pieces. It'd be interesting to see again. Interesting who they bring back, who goes. But yeah, that just needs a lot of work. And they got found out last night, this morning, what you want to call it, against a team that personally I don't think are that great. I think some very good players on there, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't think it's not a team that I'm just saying like they could dominate. Like when I look at Bills, look at Bengals. Like Bengals are again a team that could dominate. Like we saw it that run they had towards the end of the season. Like there are a couple of pieces off defense. I think a couple of pieces off defense of being a dominant team. Bills are similar. Bills are probably one or two pieces off. Um, Ravens, you could argue the same. I think their defense is top. Their offense is very good. So yeah, they're probably not far off. Do I think much changes Bronco wise? Not really. I think they'll probably try and bring in someone like D Hop. They'll probably try and bring in that veteran wide receiver to help Bo Nix. Someone who to go along with Colton Sutton. And then it'd be a few more offensive line to defense. But yeah, other than that, I do think there'll be a few years now of the Chiefs not being as great as they have been. If Mahomes is lucky, he might get another chance to start the dynasty again. It's said in 4 years' time, 5 years' time. The other thing you've got to look at there is we know Joe Burrow gets injured every other season. Josh Allen, he's a running quarterback, so he could face some injuries. He's had a few like elbow stuff and hand stuff. Lamar Jackson, again, a running quarterback like that, could have some injuries, and that's that sort of stuff could lower the length of your career and just catch up with you sort of thing. So yeah, Mahomes could get lucky and could get another shot at a nice patch of 3 years where he can go to 1 or 2 Super Bowls, in 4 or 5 years' time. But yeah, I do think for the next 4 years, 5 years, it's going to be very difficult for him to get there. I do think they're very good with cap space and moving people's contracts and changing things. But yeah, I think unless Kelsey comes back for one more and says, I'll lower this, and Mahomes does the same thing, say that we need to invest in his team because I want to be great, and changes things drastically. Where he's taking pennies for the next few years to invest in an O line, invest in decent wide receivers. Then yeah, I think they're going to struggle. But which leads on to my collection. This is why I was collecting what I was collecting. It's because you want to remember the dynasties, right? You want to remember these good times, the memories. So I'm trying to get a lot of autos, rookie autos, if I can, of certain players. I just picked up a Chris Jones. I think there's a Crown Royale rookie auto, not numbered, which is a bit of a downside. I was looking at the Prism Rave, but this Crown Royale came up, and it was, I think I paid $55. I'll double check that. But again, for me, I think it's pennies for such a great player. So that I've managed to watch and enjoyed watching over the years. I've had the luck of going to watch him live over at Arrowhead. Picked up Creed Humphreys rookie ticket. Doesn't have much. I tried to keep him obviously in the Chiefs uniform, but I've tried to go for. I'm going to go a bit. Obviously, some won't be rookies, but a bit more like back to sort of the beginning of the sort of quote unquote dynasty. So the Rashad Breelands and Sammy Watkins. Try and get some like autos of them in Chiefs uniform. I think it's like some of the people aren't in Chiefs uniform, so it's kind of like trying to get them in Chiefs uniform. Some don't have autos yet, or just don't have autos in general. Like Juju Smith-Schuster, obviously I enjoyed watching him not last season and 2 seasons ago. He has a Panini instant auto recently, but before that, you're looking at like a Cosmic or like a tie-dye, like a low-numbered nice card. Even Obsidian's nice. Just stuff like that. So that's I'm trying to just pick up players from this sort of Chiefs dynasty years, the Super Bowl wins and all the great stuff to sort of look back on a few years' time and memorize. I'm going to do similar with Man City because I don't say that dynasty's crumbling right now, but it's obviously on its knees on truly that dynasty. So it'd be nice to have some stuff from point like they're not so good, but the good days, the early Aguero, David Silva, even Nigel de Jong, company, that sort of era, Zabaleta, and then Tevez as well. I enjoyed watching Tevez in a City shirt. Yeah. If they did a King Clancy one, I would get that as well. Sean Goater, Sean Wright Phillips, some sort of people. I've seen a few of their autos. I'm not sure about Darren Huckabee. Maybe though. But yeah, just all that golden era, especially like the treble winning team, the Centurions, the Formidables. yeah, it's just nice to remember and pass on later on in life, right? Um, so yeah, sort of where I'm going collecting wise at the moment. So yeah, yeah, you will see more hopefully during the course. Be sharing them. I keep saying I'm sharing. I've took some pictures. I've got a little photo box and took some pictures, but I just need to do some, I don't know, editing. I'll make them nice. I don't know, just kind of look weird in a photo box, just a white background on a nice third down customized display, by the way. But yeah, I need to, I don't know, decide what I do with them. Maybe I should just put them in there in the photo box blank and let you guys just look at the card, make the card the photo point, right? The vocal point. But yes, other than that, do I have anything else to talk about? Was there something else? I don't think so. Well, that just means I want to thank you guys for listening this far. You are the real MVPs. If I've missed anything, I'm sure I'll pick it up on the next one. And I forgot to talk about. But yeah, let me know what you think about the PSA changing the scales. Probably the biggest news hobby wise. And yeah, if you went to London Card Show, let me know your thoughts. Was this bigger and better as it's keeps improving? Or was this a bit of a step back for you guys? Were you like, oh, the same wasn't worth going from last November, or was it just as good as it always is? And let me know your thoughts on this in a 3-day. Does that interest you? 2 till 10 p.m. on a Friday. I think that's good as well because people like myself can get there early on Friday. It's perfect. Or, if you can't get there till after work, even if that's 6, 7 o'clock, you can still get a good few hours there. And no doubt people will want to go somewhere after that 10 o'clock. They might be like, yeah, wrap up, let's go to a pub. Da, da, da. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, I will see you guys on the other side. I will say this though. How about those Chiefs? Even in defeat, it was. Don't cry because we got beat. Just smile that we enjoyed the good times. Just smile that we had it in the first place. But thank you guys. Take care. Peace.